No, we just go ahead and start.
No, we gotta have the proper introduction.
Yeah. All right. The proper introduction is, as you can see,
cut this part.
He's back.
I'm back.
Now, as you can see, we had to go get him out of jail because he got into trouble. But
last weekend was wild.
It was a good weekend. Not that rough though. I'm a good guy, man. Don't let these guys fool you. I'm a good guy. I'm back though. I missed y'all. I don't know if they missed me, but I'm back.
Your grit suspension has been lifted. It's back.
You served less time than Tom Brady did.
We gotta start this. We gotta start this podcast off like this, man. For the one time for today. March 9th, 22 years since the passing of the notorious B.I.G. Greatest rapper of all time, in my opinion. He may not agree with that.
Who's notorious B.I.G.?
I can't play too much of that before YouTube demonetizes me. But R.I.P. Big. R.I.P. Big. We spoke about him like the very first podcast, and we said the Biggie curve and all this stuff. And I said he's not in my top 5. But that's only because he only has the 2 albums. Yeah. So I don't feel like it would be fair to include him in that list with people who have long careers and, 10, 15 albums. He has 2. Now, as we spoke of, the Biggie curve, if we're going to judge off of 2 albums, your first 2 albums, there's nobody better. I don't think it's...
I think even with the curve, Biggie's still in my top 5. So this show just became my show. So
no. I didn't even welcome us. I didn't even welcome everybody. Welcome everybody to the BigRaf Podcast.
Okay, changes the topic.
Yeah, because you trying to steal my call. This is the BigRaf Podcast. Episode number 4.
Yes, sir.
We back, full team back.
Full team.
And we got a lot.
You keep it up and you gonna end up like Arsenio Hall.
I'm gonna lose my show.
You're gonna lose your show.
He came back though. He came back like 20 years later.
20 years later.
Shit was whack the second time.
It was bad the second time.
It wasn't good the second time.
It was bad.
But yeah, man, R.I.P. to Big, man. I woke up this morning and I was thinking about it. I don't know if I wasn't thinking about it yesterday, like, oh man, tomorrow's the date. But I woke up this morning and just was like, boom, March 9th. Oh shit. And I turned on Ready to Die this morning. Like,
oh man.
I feel like your shirt makes him look a lot fatter than what he actually was.
He was a big dude, man.
I know he's a big dude.
It's crazy, man. I had a vintage tee I had on last night, and it had Biggie and Pac on it, and it said "Stop Violence." Yeah. I should have wore it. You should have wore it today. I should have wore it. Damn.
You should have wore it today.
That's all right though. Next one.
I want to.
It won't matter the next one.
Yeah.
Biggie always matters.
You could just see it. And see that as proof.
I feel like I need to start wearing like some type of T-shirt that has.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I'm the one that shows up dressed all like nice and proper in this. So,
yeah.
You guys just wear T-shirts and
all the time. I love T-shirts, man. I love T-shirts.
Comfortable.
Yeah.
Go with everything.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to give a good impression.
This is business.
We got a lot.
Personal. This is business.
We got a lot to talk about today. I know I got some things that I'm passionate about today that I wanted to get into. As far as we got the R.Kelly situation, we got you know what? Let's start there. That's a good place to start. Let's start with R.Kelly. Did you see that? You saw that?
I absolutely. Crybaby Kelly. Yeah.
You saw that?
I saw the interview.
What did before I go in, because there's some things. What did you? I'm gonna start with you this time. What did you take from the interview?
Honestly, just the whole thing, it just seemed like a bad idea to me. Like, to even just get out to the media. Like, I know, like, his folks probably told him, like, no, you should try to get in front of this, but you were already so behind this, so you were bringing yourself, like, from behind to try to get in the front. So everything you doing at this point is just confrontational. Like, it's just gonna be a confrontational situation.
Makes you look worse.
Exactly.
It's not helping.
It's not helping at all. So I think, like, And some of the lines he said, man, like, you know, people joking about it on like Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, but like some of the stuff he said, it's like he was probably really doing the stuff like the line where he was like, you think I'm like holding people hostage, but let them go to their uncle's house and get some shoes and stuff? Mm-hmm. It's like, bro, like just saying that.
Who even said you was doing that?
Exactly. Like, why are you telling us that, bro? Like, why are you?
Sounds like a mission to me.
Yeah, like what? Like trying to get saved or something? Like it's like, bro, like
the part that had me weak was when somebody cut a part of it. And he was like, "You think I'm out here hog tying these women?"
Yeah,
it was like,
man,
I don't know how to hog tie.
Last night, bro. It's so bad. Like it's so bad.
I was like, where was the report? This R.Kelly's hog tying chicks.
Yeah.
I
hadn't seen it.
Exactly. Like why are you saying that stuff, man? You're on live TV, bro.
Yeah, he's down in the basement with the
And he's been famous too long to be doing something like that.
Yeah,
he talks too damn much.
Exactly. You've been famous way too long, bro. You should know by now. Like,
that's
not
the
what you
problem.
do.
He got out there and he was like, and he started with his fucking balling and jumping up, screaming and pointing at the camera.
Yep.
I absolutely loved. What's her name? Gail
King.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, Gail King, and she just straight up was like, ain't having this shit.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Like, unlike Jussie Smollett interview with Robin Roberts, where she was kind of encouraging him, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Gail King was just like, this motherfucker's guilty.
Yeah, exactly.
That look that she was giving to him, that's the look that your mama give you before you're about to get a whooping.
Yeah,
like exactly. She know you lying, she'd be like,
she was. She was definitely totally giving him that look. Like, I ain't buying the bullshit that you're selling right now.
You be coming with the 100% lie, like I got this, I lied, and your mom was just like, I'm about to whip your ass.
It was a fine acting job, though.
That's why I say that. Standing up doing that, it's all like, not a show.
Yeah, he had tears pouring from his eyes. I was like, damn, dude, you kind of missed your calling.
You went the wrong career.
Maybe you should have been an actor or something. Could have been the next Denzel or something, you know? Like, but instead you decided to hog tie some women, apparently.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I think it's, I think R. Kelly's done, personally, but it's been coming, though.
I don't know how to hog tie.
Why are you even talking about
Why are you saying that?
You should have just not even, you shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have done that surviving R. Kelly crap.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have done any of that.
Well, he didn't do that.
Nah, Lifetime caught his ass.
Yeah.
Lifetime. Yeah, Lifetime ruined your life, R. Kelly.
But I'm saying,
you know that.
You shouldn't even acknowledged any of this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you should have just, just let it go. To be like, are you going to, like, address the allegations, against you? It'd been my move. I'd have been like, people are going to talk shit. And just, like, walked away. And be like, not even acknowledged any of it. And be like, y'all got some actual evidence? Come at me.
I think social media, too, killed him. Because when people watch that and how, like, viral it got, like, you talking about reaching massive amounts of people quickly.
Yep.
Like, so many people see it so fast.
Absolutely.
It's like, something has to be done. So people are calling people like, nah, this ain't okay. So at a certain point, I think, like, he didn't have a choice. Because just people was like, it was just too many people involved, and you couldn't say, like, none of this didn't happen because they already had, like, so much evidence and, like, so much stuff that they were showing on the show.
I guess I kind of think of it like, at what point are you like, well, I'm just going to stick around and just try and, like, get my way out of it? Like, you're R. Kelly, you got enough money.
Yeah,
wouldn't you just, like, go home, pack your shit and be like,
they say
maybe we should move out of the country.
They said he didn't even have enough for his bail. It was $1 million, but he couldn't even pay like.
Oh, is he broke too? Oh man.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
That part was kind of like the reports had come out that people was like kind of taking his money and getting into his bags and all that kind of stuff, and he's paying all these different people and helping the hood out and all kind of stuff. He wasn't really good with his money. But I'm like, man, you've been making music for 30, like my lifetime almost. Yeah. Your lifetime for sure.
Definitely, yeah.
Like, you ain't got no money. You barely got.
And you still getting paid off of streams and shit?
Yeah. Apparently he's not.
Really?
And this.
He gonna fuck that up too?
This is where I was gonna segue here in a second. Mm-hmm. But apparently he don't have the money that he should have after all these years of making money. And making music, I should say. And man, you made I Believe I Can Fly. You don't got no money. Yeah. That song by itself, that was in Space Jam.
Yeah.
Like
Bump and Grind, like you should have millions off of just that song. There's probably a million kids off of that song. Like,
that's true.
Like what?
Like if you could get like royalty checks from all the babies that were made from
you're cashing out. Yeah,
like you'd have billions.
Yeah, for real.
You have no money, and
that's crazy.
You wrote songs for yourself. You wrote songs, The World's Greatest.
Yeah,
you made songs for soundtracks. You made songs for other people. You wrote songs for other people. You have no money.
Yeah.
That part, to me, of everything that was mentioned in the interviews was the most shocking. Was like, man, this guy's broke.
Maybe
after all that time.
Maybe he spent too much on the rope or something.
Yeah, the
quality rope.
Hogtie. He knows how to hog tie.
He knows how to hog tie. And he bought the expensive shit so it didn't leave any markings. So you see, it won't bruise. It won't rash on you. It'll be okay.
This man fool.
The part that I was going to get to here is you spoke about the internet bashing them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which the internet, when people are bashing, that's mostly our kind of age range. You know, 20s, 30s kind of range, maybe early 40s. There's not so much older cats.
True.
But it's mostly our range, right? And then you have the older people that, let's say our parents' age, right?
They still get the news from the New York Times.
Yeah.
They still looking at papers.
Yeah, and they're like, and this is my opinion, and it's like from my observation, older folks are kind of defending it. And then they bring in these young girls were fast. You know what I'm saying? They knew not to do this. Why are we not, Elvis was doing this.
Yeah. I read some of that.
Harvey Weinstein, like always, why are we not going for them? Like, why is this? Why is that? How come we going for all our black stars, the R.Kelly and the Prince and not Prince, R.Kelly.
Also, what Prince do?
Prince didn't do nothing. But there's a segue into Prince, R.Kelly, Michael Jackson. Who else? Chris Brown. Some other people that they're trying to get on this kind of shit. Mm-hmm. But they're like, they didn't really. Bill Cosby is another one.
Yeah.
They're like, these guys did all this stuff, and you're trying to use these black figures for the Me Too movement, but they, these girls was, they was fast and they did all this, like almost blaming the victim, like borderline blaming the victims.
Yeah.
And I'm like, in some cases, because this is where I was feeling it the other night when I sent y'all the text, and I was like, man, I'm about to turn the camera on, but I was like, I ain't got my guy. There's a difference between R. Kelly, to me, and Michael Jackson and Bill Cosby, because there are a whole lot of different situations there. Though.
Yeah, Bill Cosby was legitimately like drugging, date raping people.
But here's the thing that
Michael Jackson was pedophilia.
But the mic is kind of
save it.
All right, so for me with Mike, I feel like one, he's not here to defend himself. He's the only one in this situation of these two names. He can't defend himself. But at the same time, there's been proof that some of these kids was lying.
Yeah.
And then, like, their parents came up.
The first time they were trying to bring them up on it, like proof about it.
Their parents even came. The kids, he was like, my mom told me to say that. He didn't do nothing. Granted, it does look crazy. Like, I'm in the bed, a whole bunch of kids over my house, and I'm like, what's up, kids? Like, that looks crazy.
That does look crazy.
But if these kids is like, yo, my mom told me to do that so we can try to get some money.
I could believe.
We still bringing this up 30, 40 years, 20 years later?
But he also had big stars come out, like Macaulay Culkin. Corey Feldman's coming out now saying...
I thought Macaulay said he didn't do it.
Yeah, I think Macaulay did.
It's hard. It's hard.
What's his name did, though? I think Corey Feldman was saying something about it. But I don't know exactly what he said. But I think Macaulay was like, no, everything was cool.
See, he's unreliable, though, because he was on drugs.
Yeah, drugs, yeah.
But you will remember if somebody stuck his finger in your ass, though.
Especially when he was a kid, though.
Yeah, look like that memory's not going to go away. You weren't on drugs when that was happening.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Like,
and Corey Feldman was on drugs, too, so...
Well, that's true. That's what I'm saying. That's you start thinking. When I start thinking about it, all these kids are now on drugs. Are they on drugs because they got?
Yeah, because Michael
Jackson
I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's a good point.
I don't know. There's no good situation there, in my opinion. It's like one. So this is a hard lesson for famous people and everybody. Unless they're your children, don't be in bed with a pile of children.
Yeah,
it's weird. It is weird.
The thing is that like in Michael Jackson's case, he was trying to get control. He was trying to buy Sony or take over Sony. Like he had, Mike had money. It wasn't like now it's like R.Kelly ain't got no money. Yeah. Mike had money.
Yeah, he did.
Mike had money.
A whole lot of it too.
Like
he did.
He was trying to be like, look, I'm gonna buy Sony. I'm gonna get my masters. I'm gonna get all this shit. Then a little bit later, Mike wound up dead. Right. Mm-hmm. This is where Prince comes in. Prince is like, hey, we're not slaves to this music industry. Like they trying to treat us like slaves. All this shit. He had slave on his face at one of these award shows. I don't know if y'all remember that. And he kept preaching about own your masters, own your masters, own your masters. Y'all got to take over, get your masters. Masters are your royalties and payments and all that shit for your music. Own your masters. Prince was perfectly healthy. Now that one is the one that I'm like, if we're gonna believe some of these conspiracy theories, Prince might kind of look a little frail.
He did look hurt.
You know what I'm saying?
Did you watch that Sam Cooke documentary I told you to watch on Netflix? Same situation.
I saw it.
Sam Cooke started like looking to go build his own record empire and that sort of thing, and then he wound up dead. This was 1965 or whatever, 62, something like that.
See, and then
Sam Cooke same way. Sam Cooke back in those days was basically Michael Jackson.
Yeah. And then they got Bill Cosby there was the rumors. I don't know how true it was about him trying to buy NBC and take over NBC. And it'd be the black-owned network now. And they didn't kill him, but they're killing him ultimately. You know what I'm saying? Like right now. So that's where the whole conspiracy stuff comes in with those names. But then recently with this R.Kelly shit, they said that, R.Kelly was trying to own his masters too and all this shit.
But if he had any money,
he ain't got no money.
Yeah.
And then too, man, R. Kelly did that shit, yo. It's like, it's not.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, he lied during that interview.
Yeah.
I got proof.
What'd he say?
She asked him, she said, have you ever had any type of sexual relationship with anybody that was 17 years old? He said, no, never. And I was like, weren't you married to Aaliyah, like 16 years old?
Yeah.
Like,
I think she was like 14 when they first. It ain't nothing but a number.
Yeah, he wrote
just lied.
There you go.
All right,
facts.
Like, yo, Kels, you did that shit.
He screwed.
You did. And then he kept trying to talk about the double jeopardy and you can't get me for the trial I went through before.
Didn't even make sense.
We weren't even talking about that. We talk about you hogtie now. We ain't talking about the little kids back then.
Confusing. That was just
confusing. Like you bringing up shit nobody talking about. Yeah. Ain't nobody even talking about that. You bringing it up.
To me, it sounded like admission to guilt too. He's like, you can't get me for this again.
You're right.
Yeah.
You caught me once, but not again.
I can't do it.
Double jeopardy.
Exactly. No, Kels, that's not how this works, man.
Screwed.
That's not how it works. I don't. I think that of the situations, I think his is different, and maybe he might have wanted to try to get his masters, and I did read about that because he's not getting paid his royalties.
Damn.
So maybe he was trying to do something to fight to get his masters, and then all of a sudden, boom, this comes out. Yeah. With that being said, you did this shit. I don't think he's the same situation as a Prince or a Michael Jackson or a Bill Cosby.
Michael Jackson there's a lot of questions.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions. And then they're already, to switch a little bit, they're banning him, Mike.
I was just about to say that. Because he's still the last 10 years, he is still the highest paid artist ever. He still makes more than every artist that's alive. Still.
Well,
so just think about that.
Because didn't he buy the Beatles rights or whatever? That's helpful.
Yeah, but it's his own music is still doing it.
Exactly. So you think about that. There's people still alive not even making as much money as he's still making. Somebody might feel some type of way about that. It's bro,
well, I mean, the money's just going to his family, though.
Exactly. But that's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's no different than a retirement check.
Billions. Yeah. So, retirement.
Then go be Michael Jackson. They just mad because they don't own the rights.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what we're saying. That's where the whole conspiracy comes in.
I don't get why. All right, his case should have went away to me. Everything about him. Mike did this. Mike did that. That should have went away in 2009 when he died.
Well, yeah, because it's like, what's the point of continuing to talk about
Exactly.
it? What's in the media? That's why you can't trust the media.
That too.
And
you can't trust the media because people are watching, and we're even talking about it now. We're fueling this fire.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, we want people to talk about it, and we want people to sit on a podcast. We want people to sit on, Jimmy Kimmel and talk about this and make fun of it, and that's what they think and keep it alive. There's no point. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, and it won't
Not
just
to us,
die.
at least.
Yeah.
Well, we care, right?
I want to figure out. I want to know why HBO decided to do it in the first place. Why they decided to make the special. Like, why they decided to, Leaving Neverland or whatever?
Yeah.
Why did they decide to do it? Obviously money, right?
Did you watch it?
No, I did not.
No, I don't.
You know anybody who watched it?
No.
A whole lot of people were watching it, though.
Yeah.
That's why they decided to make it.
I don't know if.
But they had to have a background history, like so like their whole goal was like, oh, we just gonna make money off of it, or is it like we about to fuck Michael Jackson too? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it both ways, or did they just decide like we will make a lot of money off of it? Because I'm okay with if you want to do it just for money, but I'm not okay with you just trying to ruin somebody's legacy just because.
Oh, HBO was just trying to make money off of it.
Okay, see that's easy. That's easy. I'm okay with
because they don't benefit from trying to ruin his legacy.
They do benefit for the money though.
For the money though.
Yeah.
It's always money. It's always money. I'm telling you, there ain't nothing that happens in this world unless dollars are attached to it.
Agreed.
Trust me.
Agreed.
Not worth it.
I agree.
Worth it. That's why I can believe the Bill Cosby saying he acquires NBC. There's a whole lot of people that got cut out of all that money.
Yeah. See, and that's why I said his R.Kelly situation doesn't sound believable.
It does.
Because he didn't have shit.
He didn't have shit.
Yeah.
He didn't have shit.
But like when he was trying to buy the Whataburger down the street, like,
Yeah, like
I'm gonna give a shit.
yeah,
Buy
like,
that shit.
Fine, buy it. I don't give a fuck.
I get you trying to get your masters back.
Whataburger got shitty burgers anyway.
Whataburger's right. Don't come to that, man.
But you get something better, like a Waffle House.
He ain't gonna come there like grits.
I know, right? Yeah.
Chill, man. That's the spot, man. Chill, man.
He'd be like, man, you hear about the new R.Kelly restaurant he just bought? You walk in and be like, it's just fucking Waffle House.
Chill.
Got your R.Kelly grits? Fuck them R.Kelly grits.
Yeah, he did it. I ain't eating them grits. Nah, but it's different. I think with Cosby, there's the potential that there could be some truth. Mm-hmm. With Mike, there's the potential as far as they're trying to get them out of here because of what they're trying to do behind the scenes.
Yeah.
In that case, Prince, not R.Kelly, Prince, Mike, Cosby. In those senses, I think there could be some truth behind you trying to get these guys out of here because those are big names.
Yeah, definitely.
Bill Cosby did a whole bunch.
He did.
You know what I'm saying? And then he's got a lot of money, so you could make that case for Bill. And then
he was smart too.
Yeah,
He's smart. Talk like he's dead.
yeah, and he's he did a lot, and he still was doing a lot. He was just trying to make it better.
Exactly.
And Mike was the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Prince was.
Mike was definitely trying to save the world.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why Bill Cosby want to buy NBC at 150 years old.
Maybe that was like I'm on my way out. Bill's going blind and which is another thing that I was like, why would you get him at this point?
That's what I'm saying.
I've never understood that.
Bill had the longest gap. Like,
how old is he? Like,
it was like 30 years. He's like 89, I think.
I think
he's literally like 89 or like 90.
Man,
and all the stuff that they got him for happened like 30, 40 years ago. It's like, really? You come out now? Like,
I mean,
it's a different world, but really?
I understand that it's like, well, these people should be brought to justice, but how much justice are you getting from an 89-year-old man?
Exactly.
He ain't got that much time.
Yeah, it's not like they got him. It's not like they got him into like hardcore penitentiary.
Exactly.
Like he's at the country club prison with Bernie Madoff and shit.
81.
Yeah, 81.
And he's blind now, like
81 years old.
Blind.
Like,
what you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You could have just put him on, if anything, put him on house arrest.
Not even that. Like I said, I think his legacy being tarnished. Like we mentioned this before.
Yeah.
I don't know if we mentioned on here. Was that the biggest thing that hurts Bill Cosby is that
we did talk about this. The first one, I think.
Yeah, nobody's gonna remember all the good things you did.
Yeah.
And it, like my child's only gonna know Bill Cosby as
this.
Day rape.
Yeah.
She won't know about any of the good things that he did.
My kids, the Cosby Show is right there.
Yeah, and then that's what we talked about too. Yeah.
Complete box set is right there.
That's painful.
That's about to be like, you don't want to do? Didn't I tell y'all how to clean the damn house? Get in there and watch the Cosby Show. I want to report.
So bad. like
the
30,
Cosby
40
Show.
years later, and like they're like, all right, now's the time. Now's the time to call him out. Like, why? Like, I get it, like justice, but it's like justice should be served, like hopefully swiftly. But like you gave it 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
Like you've already been lived with it and done with it, but like. You decided to bring it up, like.
Dude, it took him 500 years to serve justice to Christopher Columbus, man.
That's not the same. Like, cause I know there's people that are gonna watch and they're gonna be like, "Hey, we're almost like victim shaming the victim." No,
yeah, of course, yeah.
No, if he did it, he did it, and justice should be served. I get that much. I'm not gonna be like the victim should just never say anything and just have to eat that shit.
No, you would hope that this would encourage people to come forward, like after it happens.
Yeah,
after it happens. Not be like, well, I was scared of the backlash. Don't be scared of the backlash. I understand this. Look, I don't know. Never experienced any of it before, so I don't know how difficult it is. Mm-hmm. But I think that's what the Me Too movement is really about. Is you have a support system.
Yeah.
It's there for you. Yes, it was not there back in the 70s. You didn't have social media.
Point too.
You didn't have those types of situations. Women were not treated very well. You were really up until. Something say they're still not treated very well. Yeah. But, it is 2019. It is getting better. Things are moving forward. And that's just kind of a part of it.
That's a good point. Yeah. That's a good point.
So, yeah, I think that what I was getting at was that we can't say that name, R.Kelly, in the same name as those other guys and be like, now, if it comes out and I'm wrong, and they're like, yo, we got proof that says R.Kelly didn't do none of this shit and they just trying to take him down. Then damn it, I'll get on here and I'll publicly apologize and bring it up. But
I won't. I'll be like, I still got your ass back.
You still did that shit though. You may not have did this shit, but you did that shit. But
it won't though. We already know.
I think you can make a case for Prince. You can make a case for Mike. You can make a case for Cosby.
Prince wasn't doing a whole lot.
Yeah, Prince wasn't doing no dirty shit. He just was trying to tell you, own your masters, don't let the industry take you over kind of shit.
Because that's the first thing I do. I think of it like, when you're a celebrity, it's almost like you're just like a politician.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because no matter what you do, they're going to go back into your history and they're going to find it.
Yep.
They're going to find it.
Agreed.
They're going to be like, oh, Raphael, it's 2040, he's running for, senator or something. And then be like, yeah, but back in 2019, he was sending these dirty text messages, blah, 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 this and that.
They will fuck you.
You know what I'm saying? Like 20 years ago. And be like, what do you care what the hell I was sending dirty text messages?
Made a porno like 20 years ago.
Yeah, 20 years ago. Distant shit like that.
Could have been with your girl.
We got it. We got it right here. Look at this scandalous, dirty shit that he's doing. And he'd be like, well, this is my wife.
Yeah.
But we don't care. It's disgusting.
Yep.
And then.
Very true.
Or they'll even change it up a little bit. They'll be like, oh, you see that? Well, he got mistress apparently. Look, we can't tell who's in the tape. Mm-hmm. But we can tell it's him. And the reason we can tell it's him, because look at his ear. You see his ear? You see how it's shaped? And based on this picture over here that we got of his ear, we can put it together and we can put this ear in that little sketch into the other ear. Yep. And that means it's him.
That's me. It was me.
And then they'll come out with a scientist that basically said, well, your ears are like fingerprints, They all got the same kind of print and everything. That little divot in your ear.
That's
not everybody's got that. They're all different. Mm-hmm. And then people start shaking their heads believing it because most people are stupid.
Yep. And they don't do their own research.
They don't care. They just
take
it.
Yeah.
They just believe what anybody feeds them.
Mm-hmm. Once it goes on the social media thing, once it goes on to that, which like you said, we are contributing to it now.
We are,
but once it goes on the social media, people are going to form their own opinion.
Because I guarantee what's going to happen. Somebody that watches this podcast is going to be like, "Yeah, did you hear they busted R.Kelly? They got a picture of his ear, and then they put the other ear on side of it, and then somebody's going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about?"
They found the whole story.
They saw a picture of his ear with some rope.
Yeah. It looked like an earring, but it's actually a little piece of rope. Yeah. And this is what he used to hog tie him.
Yeah, that's how it's gonna go down. Man.
But that's how it works. That's how the news works. That's how social media works. That's how people's minds work. You never get the full story.
Talk about R. Kelly, a good amount, and that's true. I just think that you can't. Older folks, man, look, he did that shit. General consensus, He did that shit. This motherfucker
too.
I would say that he did it. And you can't compare him if there is conspiracy theories against these other guys. R. Kelly's not included into that bunch. You know he's nasty. He basically said it himself in the interview a few different times. So if he said, hey, I just like all girls consider legal, he kept emphasizing legal.
I know.
And when he said
legal.
Yeah. How old do you like your women? Legal. He like looking at the legal. Legal. I'm like, yo, man.
Women legal.
I was like, yo.
Trying to like get him to say
Yeah, he kept saying legal. Like,
do you like younger women or older women? I like legal women.
Like,
Looking ass.
Yeah, like you didn't
As in, like, you like lawyers? You like lawyers? No, I like my women legal.
Oh my
That's
God.
how he was saying.
Like paralegals? Like you into the business suit, right?
That's so funny.
Into the pantsuit?
He emphasized the shit out of that part.
Oh,
so I'm
man.
like, I don't look again. If I'm wrong, I'll get on here and say I'm wrong. But I don't think I'm wrong in his case. But now we're gonna move into the next part to continue on a little bit, but move into another part. I want Jay-Z to sit down somewhere and shut up.
Why?
Because Jay is doing a lot.
I haven't heard him.
But you said you want him to do what?
I want him to sit down and I want him to chill and like kind of shut up. Like,
Oh.
like Jay's doing a lot. He's 21 Savage's issue came up with the deportation. He got
Which
him
is wild.
the lawyers and helped him out.
Yeah.
It was
Glad you got 21.
the kid that you told me about.
Yeah, the kid that got arrested for not standing
For the pledge. Jay got him a lawyer.
That's good. I like that.
Jay is doing a whole bunch. And then on the flip side, he's like doing documentaries about like injustice against African Americans, and then he's also saying the same shit as Prince. Hey, young folks, own your masters. Like the slaves, the mentality they carry.
Oh, I see why you want him to sit down.
I'm like, Jay.
Prince. I mean, not Prince. Jay-Z, you going to end up like Prince.
Exactly. Like Jay is, all right, so if Biggie, to me, if I had to put a number on Biggie would be 0. If I'm ranking rappers, Biggie would be 0. Jay would be at 1.
Well, earlier you just said fuck Biggie.
Yeah, because the 2. But I'm saying he's above this list. If I'm putting somebody at number 1, I'm putting Jay there.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
And I don't want Jay to be taken out because he's saying the same. Hey, he got his hand in everything. He owns his masters. He got a label and all this shit. And then you are preaching this to these young cats and these young rappers now, like, oh man, I need to own my own shit.
Mm-hmm.
They listening to you, and they're gonna be like the big people that's above Jay. And I'm like, what the fuck? They taking our money. We gotta get this motherfucker out of here.
Well, I don't know.
No?
The difference that I see is that Jay-Z, he is involved in a lot of stuff. He makes a lot of people a lot of money.
Yeah.
So maybe not. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z makes other people a lot of money.
You don't think Prince did the same? Prince did the same.
I think Prince was making a lot of people a lot of money back in the 80s.
Prince paid for some, like, in the same, I don't know if it was, I know I read about some of the cases where it was in the same vein as some of the shit that Jay's doing. Somebody died. Prince is paying for the funeral. Prince did this thing for this school. Prince did this for this community.
I mean,
like,
personally, it's just like, that's what you should do when you're that big.
You should, but selfishly.
Because nobody wants to be Chris Tucker.
Yeah. Selfishly, or R.Kelly.
R.Kelly ain't there yet.
R.Kelly broke.
He ain't hit bottom yet.
Chris Tucker is broke in a sense that is he?
R.Kelly's broke. That's fine.
I was about to say, is he?
I don't think Chris Tucker is as broke as what R.Kelly is.
I'm just saying R.Kelly ain't went to jail yet, so it ain't that.
He's in jail right now.
Oh, they did get him in jail.
He's in jail for child support right now, like back pay or child support.
Hold on, when they do that interview, wasn't that just last week? They get his ass right after.
It was like the next day.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think he turned himself in.
Yeah, like he did. Then they got him.
Now that you said that, now you said that, I do remember.
Yeah, he did the interview, and the next day he was back in jail.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Prince, it was kind of the same vein, and I just don't want selfishly as that being my favorite MC. I know Jay about to be 50 years old this year.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't want you taken out And
I would check, make sure he ain't got any heart problems.
Man, like Jay looks perfectly healthy right now.
That's how they get you. They're like, I don't understand. Here you go. He's perfectly healthy, and all of a sudden he ended up with some type of rare, like heart-eating cancer that killed you within 10 minutes.
That's what happened with Prince. Weird. Prince is on the stage with the guitar, banging it out, just killing, dancing, and then Prince dead. He just got a cold and died.
He died from pneumonia, right?
Like word.
Yeah,
pneumonia can't kill you fast.
Like that though. Like
no, it can.
I thought you had to be like already. But
I seen something that it was saying he was dealing with that for a while, but like you just never heard about it.
So a lot of times what happens, especially with those cats, man, they get so like into what they're doing. He could have had pneumonia while he's on stage, like walking pneumonia type shit, where he could actually get out of bed and everything. Mm-hmm. And if it went untreated or he did not rest, because the best thing for pneumonia is to rest, and he didn't do it because he had shows that wouldn't disappoint the fans and that sort of thing. Next to know you're dead, man.
And you're famous. Like, you never want people to know that you're fucked up. Like,
I don't know why. I straight up admit it. Yeah. I'll be like, man, I got pneumonia. I got canceled this shit. Sorry. I'll try to get your money back to you.
Yeah.
Maybe we can reschedule.
Yeah. Prince didn't really need the money at that point.
That's what I'm saying. So it's probably more of just he didn't want to disappoint people. Be like, oh, these people come from miles around.
When was his last show?
Prince been going, 3 years?
Yeah, I think it's been like 2. I don't think it's been that long.
No, he died like when I got over here.
Yeah, okay, so almost 2. I've been here about 2.
Almost 3.
Almost 3 years.
Shit.
He was still kind of performing though. And I know when Jay started Tidal, Prince was a part of that. At first Prince's material was only on Tidal, if I'm not mistaken. And then now I think you can get most of his shit like everywhere.
Yeah, you're right. It was because I remember when Apple Music was like really getting big. Somebody was saying that they don't have any Prince albums on there. Yeah, I do remember that.
I don't know. I just don't want to see, the death of Jay come up because, and then just I get what y'all are saying. Maybe pneumonia can take you out, but it just seemed like. Hey, what's up, Prince? Oh, man, he's killing it on stage. Hey, damn, Prince died like this morning.
Yeah.
The fuck?
It is weird.
Just out of nowhere. It just...
And then, like, once they died, too, like, they started digging into his past and, like, found out, like, he was doing a lot of, like, sexual stuff. So they was like, that's probably how he actually got, like, this all a bunch of shit.
Hey, but Prince, Prince was doing some shit.
And so they were trying to say, like, he had been living with the shit for a while, so it was like related to some of the stuff he had been doing. Like
he didn't have no STD or nothing.
Yeah,
maybe
not that we know of.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Prince got down.
You could just just reading some of the stuff. It's like, all right, like now you're just digging just to dig,
Yeah.
Like, no defense on it. I don't know.
I just don't. I don't want to see Jay go down like that. Those are the things that, like, the other day when I was texting you, we need to talk about all this shit. Like, that's what was... Because I just was following the R.Kelly shit, and then I was seeing the Facebook posts about the connection between all these stars, and they're trying to take our stars down and all this shit. And I'm just like, man, I don't want them to come for Jay like that. Because he's, right now, I would say he's probably up here. He's as far as males are concerned. Of course, Beyonce is like well above him in that regard, but Jay
he's worth more than her though.
Yeah, but that's because he's got like sports and
Ace of Spades.
Yeah, he got all that shit.
Yeah, he makes a lot of money.
And it's definitely them too as a couple, as a power couple. As far
I think they're like billionaires together. Like, when you put their money together. Yeah.
So he's like one of the leaders. And you telling everybody to do the same shit, which is going to take money from these people. Now you about to be a target. Now, you're right. He is probably making all these people a lot of money. So they're probably like, hey, continue to do this shit. But then what if J. Cole and 21 Savage and all these young rappers that are coming up under Jay now are like Meek Mill. All these cats that are like under him now coming up, because Jay is about to be 50. We might get an album or two more. Well, we ain't about to get another. Yeah. These are the guys that are coming for that spot now. If they all own their own masters, what are the labels gonna do?
I mean, that's a good point.
A lot of people are independent now too. Like a lot of people, because now people like you used to have to get money like from radio plays and record deals, but now you can get money off of streams, YouTube, like
well,
all
that's
that.
the about.
So you don't
see, the
need
business
anything.
in general has changed. Though.
Yeah, definitely.
Like you can just go produce your own shit.
Yeah.
Really, the biggest thing that you really need nowadays is marketing.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's where you need the
distribution's now.
And social media does that for you though.
Yeah.
If you're good enough, you see a bunch of like retweets and shit,
you
or
put a little bit of money
YouTube
into
everywhere.
it, you get some things out.
Yeah.
I mean,
definitely.
it takes like a good bit. If you had $50,000, let's say like your album. If you had $50,000 to spend just on straight marketing for your album, you'd be huge.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's all you
But who's
need.
got $50K just floating around? You know.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly. Once you get on, like you're good. That's why a lot of like the young rappers are like, I'm not signing deals because they already know like you can make your money independent. Like Young Dolph, like he made like $100 million 1 year just because he was just strictly independent. He wasn't signed with nobody. But if you're signed, like they give you like $3 million and then they keep the $100 million. You know, like. Because they like, you don't know. So you get the $3 million up front. So you're like, all right, cool.
Artists don't make them. They were not making their money off of the album sales because the record companies own them.
Yep.
Most of it.
Yeah.
Most of their money came from shows.
That's mainly how
and everybody is making show money.
Now it's really like that. Back in the day, you go platinum or gold or whatever. You made a little money.
Yeah, a little
now
bit.
it's like,
but I'm saying, but most of the record companies were taking most of that money.
Yep.
Yeah.
They got documentaries about all that.
Very true.
But you had to tour. You had to tour because that was your check. That's how you made money.
And
nowadays, when you do it yourself, you get everything.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, man, the only thing I gotta pay the streaming service. They take a little bit of percentage.
That's what it was.
Bam, and then the rest of it goes to me because nobody, unless you did like a Kickstarter or something, and then I'm a big supporter of crowdfunding. You know, because I think if you got something good, people will crowdfund it. You know, like you may just kick a couple samples out there and be like, I'm trying to crowdfund my next album for marketing and all this other stuff, and I need $50,000.
I think
you'd be surprised how many people.
I might do it. I might do that for the next album because I got.
Then you gotta pay. Obviously, you gotta
pay producers and stuff.
Well, you gotta give them something though. You know, like you have to offer something in crowdfunding. You know, be like, hey, you donate $50. And I'll give you a signed CD.
Yeah.
You know, shit like that. You gotta.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Gotta keep track of all that shit.
Yeah. I think it's good where it's going though, because like honestly, now like you can think about like just the music industry in general. Honestly, just mostly rap, because I feel like a lot of the other genres, like you kind of still need to be like around some type of record label to like get yourself major, because like people aren't really streaming as much of that stuff. Well, maybe I just don't know a lot of people that are, but maybe there is a lot of people like streaming like a lot of country, but most of those people that are famous like country are already signed to a label, so that's how you hear.
That's because a lot of you don't really see, and I'm not a country fan, but I do know that a lot of your country singers, your big country singers, I mean, they've been big for decades.
A long time. That's a good point too. Yeah, you're right.
Can Taylor Swift go independent right now and sell
$1 million?
Yeah,
who? Definitely. The name that I just said that I don't really like, and I shouldn't have said it.
Who? Did I tell you the Taylor Swift story?
No,
I didn't.
You met her?
No, I didn't mention this last weekend. No. So I had an appointment. Well, I didn't have an appointment. I was waiting on something, and I was sitting in the lobby.
Yeah, you told me.
Did I tell it? Did I tell it on the?
I don't know if we did. Go ahead.
I'll tell it again. So I was sitting in the lobby, and I had this like weird thought that I was like in purgatory or something, because on the television, on a loop, it was just Taylor Swift videos over and over again, and I'm like, this is what hell is like. Like me sitting in the lobby
on repeat,
Taylor Swift videos.
Yeah, on repeat.
Like this is terrible.
I would have left.
This is horrible.
I would have left.
I tried. The door wasn't open.
That's crazy.
I'm stuck.
Let me out.
I don't know if somebody like if they were just like, look, right now we're gonna drop you from whatever record label she's signed to right now. All right, or she's I'm out. I'm gonna go do my own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is she gonna have the same impact as a Young Dolph?
Yes,
yeah,
she will. Because she already has a fan base.
Did you see when she was saying, when she started supporting like people going to vote? Literally, like she like told people that they should go out and vote. Like in this one state, I can't remember the exact state. Literally, she did that, and they had 50,000 people go vote the next week.
That's what I'm saying. They have
the next week. So she can go independent and be good.
She has. It's like Lady Gaga, man. It's like if she was just like, I ain't gonna be doing. I'm gonna do my next album on my own, and the only time you're gonna be able to see it is on Apple and Google Play.
Yeah,
it won't have any problems.
It's weird though. You never really hear those type of artists complain about being going independent or like their masters or anything. I wonder why. Like, you never hear them say anything about that. Like
that makes a lot. Yeah, you're right.
Like you never hear them say that.
Gaga or
you start looking at that Monarch mind control shit, and then that'll explain a lot of shit.
I never thought about that. You never heard anybody outside of like rap. R&B to an extent, because I know Chris Brown I think Chris Brown got his.
I think he did.
Just recently. That's which is nuts. Chris Brown is young. I think
he put it on in his Instagram. Yeah, I think you're right.
Chris Brown's young to be like, yo, I'm gonna go get these masters and get them. Like, what?
And you got them? Hits.
Yeah, they gave them to you. Like, whoa. Yeah. Ray Charles had to fight for his back in the day.
He did, I remember seeing the exact video.
In the movie too. Yeah.
Well, this is actually, that's what I'm saying. You need to watch that Sam Cooke documentary.
What's it called?
Sam Cooke.
It's just called Sam Cooke.
Did you see that?
I saw it on Netflix, but I haven't watched it. But I saw it said Sam Cooke, and then it was like something else after the bottom.
They talk about this because a lot of black artists back in those days, they still are to this day, apparently, were getting ripped off when it came to their checks. Mm-hmm. They were not receiving the amount of money that they should have been receiving. They were basically doing all the work, and basically the devil white man like record producers were taking all the money.
That's crazy.
And which is, I mean, obviously it's different nowadays. I mean, producers are still taking all the money.
Yeah.
But I mean, and I kind of get it. If you are the producer, if you are the one putting in the funds and that sort of thing, of course you want to make some money. It's investment, right? Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, it's like, how much is enough? You know, if you just kind of leave them, it's like, if I'm like, I'm going to produce Avery and doing an album or something like that, and I fund all this stuff, and I'm like, all right, well, whatever you sell, I get 80%, and you only get 20%, and you better pay your agent out of that shit, too.
Yeah.
That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, I might be like, what's proper investment? 30%, 30%. You know what I'm saying? You keep 70, and then you go pay your agent. You're still rocking 60% out of that. 60-30 sound like a pretty good split.
Yeah.
But people are just like, nope, I want all the money, because what we gotta do with him is kind of like boxers, man. Like celebrities are like boxers, dude. It's like we can get you in there in these big major roles, these big major fights, big major albums, that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And when you're done and you're washed up, on to the next thing.
Yep.
Like you're done. We don't need you anymore.
Yeah.
Because I got somebody else up and coming.
That's a good point.
I got somebody else that's willing to do whatever I say. Because now you're starting to figure out, I don't have to do what you say.
Yep.
Well, now we're done with you.
And I can still make a pretty good living without doing what you say.
Exactly. And those people that are those masters, will say, in that sense.
Yeah. That goes back to what we said, though. That's more of rappers. Think about Metallica. Those motherfuckers been famous almost 40 years. Mm-hmm. And they still famous. Mm-hmm. No one kicked them out of anywhere. Mm-hmm. But they get rid of rappers every few weeks.
That's because rappers are only worth every couple of weeks sometimes. Because there's so damn many of them.
Yeah.
People get sick. I'm telling you, man, this has come with like the popularity of this kind of thing too. Think about your good rappers, your quality rappers. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Those stick around. Jay-Z stuck around. Cube stuck around.
But not for that long. You got bands
they got into something else. They got into something else
still performing now.
But Cube's still around. But the reason for that, though, is that those cats from the 70s weren't releasing an album every 6 months.
This is where it's on us for rap. Whereas Metallica, if you like Metallica in the 70s, you still like Metallica right now.
Yeah, now your son and your daughter and your grandson. You might have passed
that. Man, Metallica's gone downhill for me, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, but think
Name
about
somebody else that was hot from back then.
Van Halen, like there's so many people that people
Van
still
Halen ain't that good. That
much shit.
Come on, man. Like with the bands, like old bands and shit like that.
They're still here.
Matter of fact, say for R&B, R.Kelly is still up here. He started in the night. Granted, there's even some shit that, like, even with this shit going on, and he looks like a fucking dirtbag, there's still people, if you turn on Ignition right this minute, people are going to start dancing.
It's a hit.
Right? Like, from years ago, right? And his career, it's people that don't even give a shit. They're ignoring the fact that he's
right about that.
raping young girls and hog-tying them. Like, they're ignoring that. And there's like, his music is still amazing. But, and as far as rap is concerned, it's a young man's game. Like, the minute you get a little,
general, yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You have your ones that, like, even Cube took a hit. Once he started getting older, in his case, Cube kind of did it to himself. It's not so much that he just got older. It's
you want to start acting and shit.
That's the part that
because nobody want to see 50-year-old Cube.
Yeah,
they like
rapping and then doing "Are We There Yet?"
Yeah.
So that's what took Cube. But in the sense of say, I don't know, Too Short, somebody that was like that's older now, but back then it was right one of the best. Nas.
Yeah.
Well,
Nas' sales are going down.
Too Short's message has always been the same though.
Get
like the message over rappers changed or whatever was going on in the world. But Too Short is like
is a meme.
Money and pimping
is a meme.
And then 10 years later, money and pimping.
Spin fitties, pet kitties, suck titties.
10 years later, money and pimping. Too Short. There's only two things that matter in life:
money and pimping.
Yeah.
And then scream out, bitch. Yeah.
Got made.
I'll play that record. I'll play that record right now. But it's really been. You have your exceptions as far as Jay-Z. He didn't really. I mean, he declined a little, but Jay's smart, and he kind of rides the wave of what the younger guys are doing. So it kind of propels him back up. Then you have like E40, who didn't really drop. Like he was always kind of independent. He was on a label. Then he kind of went his independent route.
He took like a lot of big breaks.
Yeah.
So it's like whenever you heard him, you was like, oh yeah, you know, if I still liked him, I like him now.
Yeah.
Too.
So it's some older cast that's kind of hanging in there still, but mostly you get past, let's say, 35, 30.
You can't, cause like when you really look at the rapping, you can't go back to the 80s and really say that there's somebody that's still really on. But you can go back to the 80s for rock. Like classic, like country, like you can go back so far for that stuff, and like these people still performing old as shit, and people going to their shows.
Hell yeah,
you know what I'm saying? There you go.
Yeah, the Stones are still
old as shit.
They're old as hell. They're dead,
and they're still performing. It's so crazy.
Caskets on stage,
man. It's really crazy.
They just changed the name to the Rolling Zombies.
It's
they
crazy,
old as shit. Aerosmith.
Yeah.
They still perform, don't they? They're old as shit.
There's so many. It's like when you think of like
Kiss
we just
like
named like 5
different farewell tours.
Exactly, and they still going.
They can't.
They still going.
We're out of here. Thank you. Nah, come on.
Yeah,
come on.
It's really crazy when you think back, like when you really think about it. But like you said though, like that goes on us. Like if the community that's listening to the music is so fickle about it, then they can just keep changing people out. But I guess like if you love Aerosmith and now everybody that you know loves Aerosmith too, like and then it just keeps going. And I wonder why. That's really interesting, actually.
I think something to think about for next time.
I think with I think with our age group is what's keeping the Jays, the Nas's,
the Tupacs.
Yep. Well, I mean, Pac's gone, so he can't do tours, but his music still kind of lives on.
They had him on Coachella with the
he was
on the hologram.
He was on there. I think our generation is kind of keeping these guys that came in the 90s on. Wu-Tang still, Bone still touring good. Like all these guys are still touring well because of us. Like our age group is still pushing them on. But got anything else?
Nah, man. I think that
was good.
I think there's some stuff to talk about next time.
Definitely.
All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead. We'll go ahead and wrap this one up. Thanks for watching, man. Thank y'all for watching.
Listening.
Good to have you back.
The whole team back. The whole team back.
All 3 of us back here this time. Next week we'll be back with another episode. Well, actually, we might have to switch because next Saturday I'm not gonna be here.
Where you going?
We're going to Paris.
Ooh.
So
bro,
2 weeks.
I love Paris,
2
bro.
weeks. We're going.
I love Paris. This your first time going?
Yeah.
Let's go, bro. It's so far.
Yeah, we're gonna go to Paris next weekend. So
2 weeks.
2 weeks,
Yeah.
or we figure it out.
Yeah,
I don't leave till next. What? I don't know. But yeah, we'll figure that out. We'll figure out the next date. But Thank y'all for watching. We'll holler at y'all on the next episode.
And as always, peace and love.
Peace.
There it is.